Okay, this should still be. Yeah, it's going. Okay, awesome. Okay, everybody. Here's the deal. Within this, between last year and this year, between the end of last year and this year, in 2020 and 2019, there was an issue going on out in Afghanistan, and there was I don't know if it was a Taliban leader. I can't remember if it was an ambassador, a general, or anything like that. But the guy was assassinated, right? And it was like threats going back and forth from both U.S. and Afghanistan, right? So I'm like, I've heard some shit like this before that had something to do with our military being out there. I couldn't figure out what the fuck it was, but then I started to think, I'm like, wait a minute, let me dial it back. And I remember what Eddie Griffin was talking about. You may have seen the video that I've already uploaded. Opium, Afghanistan, China, U.S. military, connect the dots. So here's the deal. You know how we having all these issues with China? You want to know why there's a lot of stuff going on with China? It's because they're going after opium in Afghanistan to control China. The other thing, that's one thing, but the other thing, and if you didn't know, China was the head motherfuckers, mofos who were basically researching and dealing with C19, which is a genetically modified insect of which they have been testing on us TIs illegally. Okay, do you see where I'm getting at here? So they're going after, they went into Afghanistan, stirring up shit with them to get the opium so that they can get the stuff and control the Chinese to get what they need from them to control everybody. That's what it is. That's what it is. But it's not just that. The vaccination thing, that whole part of what China and Afghanistan is, that's just one side of it. The other side of it is the kids. They want people to send their kids to schools because what's going to happen is, remember, the 5G is still there in the schools. So what they're going to do is use the kids as a trigger mechanism to basically try to say, oh, well, like the kids are sick. They're going to turn it on and say, oh, well, like the kids are sick. So if the kids are sick, they came from houses, apartments, and complexes, stuff like that from their families. So if the kids are sick, maybe the families are sick. And that's when they're going to come out with saying, well, we're going to have to vaccinate everybody just to be safe. That's what they're planning. That's what they are planning, man. That's what they are planning to do. I can't believe I just figured this out, though. It's insane. But I kid you not, that is precisely what they're planning on doing. Man, everybody, you need to, but you definitely, if you know anybody in your family, any of your friends, anybody who has kids, please warn them. Do not let them go to their schools. Don't. This is not something that just for the U.S. This is for all the other countries. We cannot allow that to happen. We can't, because if that happens, then it's game over. Also, on another note, they're starting to go after the whistleblowers now. Earlier this morning, you may have seen one of the channels that I recommended. His channel, the guy's name's channel is Haleman. Earlier this morning, I just received a notification from his channel, and he was basically going through the same thing that us targeted individuals have been going through, the high induces of radiation, the same damn thing. So we need all the stuff that we've learned as far as shielding, everything that deal with Margellans to kill this stuff off, all of that. We need to share this information with the whistleblowers and the protesters because now they're in danger. We need to definitely build our numbers up, but we got to be able to share the information that we've learned to protect ourselves over this whole period of time. I don't believe all the TIs who have lost their lives through out these years, man. I don't believe their lives were lost in vain. No, the message of a TI and their experiences carried on. the work of what other TIs went out and researched and learned and actually gave that information to other fellow TIs, even if they lost their lives in the process, that is still there. They fought hard and were brave to push on the legacy so people would be able to protect themselves from this tyranny. We can stop this, but we have to act now while we still have a chance, while we still have time, before it's too late. Even now, my gang stalkers are freaking out because I figured this out. Even as I speak, they are freaking out. Please, everybody, please get the message out as far and wide as you can. Let everybody know. Do not send your kids to school when they open it up, because that's the trigger mechanism they're going to use to try to force vaccinations on everybody. That's their plan. Please share the information, get the word out. Stay safe, stay strong.